And welcome to another round sports reviews. Today I am doing a group stage match round 1 review and match round 2 preview. I will review what happened in every group, what the standings look like, and what could happen in match round 2 from what we saw in this first round. So we will start with Group A. In Group A, Orlando City beat Inter Miami 2-1. The 2 goals for Orlando coming from Chris Mueller and Nani. Miami, Juan Aguadelo. And then the second game, New York City FC loses to Philadelphia 1-0. An amazing goal by Alejandro Bedoya. Very bad angle, but an amazing goal nonetheless. The standings are as follows. In first place, Orlando City, 3 points, plus 1 goal differential, 2 goals scored. Philadelphia Union, 3 points, 1 goal differential, plus 1 goal differential, and 1 goal scored in second place. In third place, Inter Miami, no points, minus 1 goal differential, and 1 goal scored. And in fourth place, New York City FC, no points, minus 1 goal differential, no goals scored. And this is kind of a surprising table. I thought Orlando would not be at the top, but they are. They had an amazing win over Miami, and New York's at the bottom. And let's also remember Nashville got kicked out of the tournament and Dallas withdrew. They moved Chicago to Group B. Nashville was already in Group A, so every group is a group of 4 now. Let's remember that. And even still, I didn't think Orlando would be at the top, but they are. So, in match round 2, the 2 matches for Group A, which are later tonight, as I post this, the first one will probably be going on. Inter Miami versus Philadelphia, and the second, Orlando versus New York City FC. I think Philadelphia is easily going to beat Miami, and I think New York will bounce back against Orlando. So, the table will look a lot more what's expected after tonight, I assume. But anything could happen in this tournament. We've seen that over the past couple of days. So, and even this morning, which we will get to. But here we go. In Group B, there was only 1 match played because of Dallas's withdrawal. And they moved Chicago in. They played their first game this morning. But this is just about match round 1. So the table is after what was last night, not 8 a.m. this morning. The 1 match played was Seattle versus San Jose, 0-0 draw. Very tactically good match. Not very good offensively, I would say, but a very tactically good match. The table is as follows. San Jose and Seattle tied for first and second. 1 point, no goal scored, 0 goal differential. Tied for third is Chicago and Vancouver because they haven't even played yet by the end of last night. But this morning, Chicago played Seattle and Chicago won 2-1. Robert Baric scored a goal, and then Chicago got a winner late on. Amazing by Chicago. That's shocking. Seattle doesn't look good in this tournament at all. So right now, Chicago is top of the group. Tomorrow, Vancouver plays San Jose. San Jose will probably win that game. So, Chicago and San Jose will probably be the top 2 in the group, which is where you need to be to advance, unless you're one of the top 4 third-place teams. But Seattle does not look like that right now. But they will be playing Vancouver in their third game, so hopefully, for their sake, Hopefully for their sake, they can get a 4th point and 4 points and look good. But right now, at the end of the first round, San Jose and Seattle were tied for first, but now Chicago is first because of their win, and tomorrow we will probably see San Jose get back to second. Well, no, they actually would be first because that's 4 points, but whatever. That was Group B. Group C. The 2 results from Group C. Montreal loses to New England Revolution 1-0, and Toronto draws DC United 2-2. I've already talked about both those matches, and you know how I feel about both those matches. The group looks as follows. The standings: in first, the New England Revolution, 3 points plus 1 goal differential, 1 goal scored. Second place, tied for second and third. Second place, Toronto FC, 1.0 goal differential, 2 goals scored. DC United, 1.0 goal differential, 2 goals scored. And Montreal Impact in fourth, 0 points, minus 1 goal differential, 0 goals scored. The match round 2 matches for this group are Montreal versus Toronto, a 401 derby, and DC United versus New England Revolution. What do I think will happen in each match? I think Toronto will stomp Montreal. If it wasn't obvious before last night or yesterday morning, they're going to stomp Montreal. There is no way Montreal gets out of tomorrow's game with a point. They are dead in the water, so to speak. Toronto is not going to let Montreal even get a point off of them. And Montreal didn't even look good against New England, so it is what it is. And DC versus New England, I think DC are flying. I really do. And I think they will pull a draw out of this game. So that would make it 4 points for New England, 4 points for Toronto, depending on what happens in the Montreal-Toronto match. Montreal-Toronto match, that would either put New England and Toronto tied, or Toronto could even pip them before their match, where in the third round, Toronto could basically put it in their own hands. So that's Group C. Pretty easy to figure out by now. A little bit of a setback, but honestly, I'm not worried. Group D, the results in that: Sporting Kansas City loses to Minnesota United 2-1. Real Salt Lake beats the Colorado Rapids 2-0. The table looks as follows. Real Salt Lake, first place, 3 points plus 2 goal differential, 2 goals scored. Minnesota United, 3 points plus 1 goal differential, 2 goals scored. Third place, Sporting Kansas City, 0 points, minus 1 goal differential, 1 goal scored. And the Colorado Rapids, 0 points, minus 2 goal differential, and 0 goals scored. The matches for the next match round are Sporting Kansas City and the Colorado Rapids versus the Colorado Rapids, and Real Salt Lake versus Minnesota United. Sporting Kansas City could get back into it, but Colorado is still a good team. They looked okay, not special, but if Kansas City pulls what they pulled in their first match, Colorado could at least get a point, if not win. That's a mystery. But do I think Sporting Kansas City will get back to where they should be? Yes. I think they will probably win that match, and Minnesota will probably beat Real Salt Lake. So that's what we'll probably see in Group D. Now we'll move on to Group E. The Group E results: Atlanta United loses to the New York Red Bulls 1-0. Florian Valot with an amazing solo run goal, I have to say. And then the FC Cincinnati loses to Columbus Crew 4-0. The table looks as follows. Columbus Crew in first, 3 points, plus 4 goal differential, 4 goals scored. Second place, New York Red Bulls, 3 points, plus 1 goal differential, 1 goal scored. Atlanta United, 0 points, minus 1 goal differential, 0 goals scored in third place. And in fourth place, FC Cincinnati, 0 goals, 0 points, minus 4 goal differential, 0 goals scored. The match round 2 matches: Atlanta versus Cincinnati and Columbus versus the New York Red Bulls. Easily enough, I think Atlanta and New York will win both those matches. I don't think Columbus are that special. They just played the worst team in the league, and Atlanta is playing the worst team in the league. That's pretty much obvious how this match round will go. And finally, in Group F, a car crash of a group that just played last night. LAFC draws Houston 3-3. Shocking, I know. And the LA Galaxy loses to the Portland Timbers 2-1. The table looks as follows. Portland Timbers in first. Another shocking thing. 3 points plus 1 goal differential. 2 goals scored. Second place, LAFC 1 point. 0 goal differential. 3 goals scored. Houston Dynamo third place. Shocking. 1 point. 0 goals differential, 3 goals scored. And in fourth place, the LA Galaxy, 0 points, minus 1 goal differential, 1 goal scored. Chicharito finally scored. The match round 2 matches, Portland versus Houston and LAFC versus the LA Galaxy. So yeah, Portland will beat Houston. I don't think Houston are that special. They just got lucky and LAFC looked horrible. And I could see a draw between LAFC and the LA Galaxy. Because the Galaxy care more about derbies than regular matches. And they don't want to lose to the LAFC after losing to losing to Portland like that. So that is my match round 1 review, match round 2 preview. If you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Tomorrow, I'll review some match. I don't know which one it'll be, but probably the 7 p.m. match. But you'll see when I see, you know. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.